things is coming up, child, but you know what, it is what it is. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tandy. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, welcome to the Makeup and Politics series, where I do my makeup while talking about controversial things. Because, you know, politics doesn't always have to be Democrat, Republican, presidential type stuff, you know? It also can just mean bringing cultural awareness to other suppressed communities outside of my own. In this video, I hope to bring cultural awareness to the Day of the Dead celebration, also known as Dia de los Muertos. So if you are interested in becoming a little bit more cultured, as well as learning how I put together this gorgeous sugar skull look, then just keep on watching. Let's start playing in makeup. So excited! Okay, so as you guys can see, my base is already completed. I feel like the majority of you guys wouldn't really be too concerned about how I achieve the base as much as you are intrigued on the fine details of the look. I'm gonna be playing in a couple different new items that I received in the month of October, and one of them being this Beauty Creation Splash of Hues palette. And this palette has bold, bright, and beautiful colors. Let me zoom you guys in so we can get started on the eyes. Boom, this is what the eye look is going to look like. Let's go ahead and recreate this on the other side. I'm gonna dip into this pink shade right here in my palette, and that's going to be my crease color. And since I've already got to play with this palette on the other eye, I will say that the color payoff is really, really good, you guys. As you can see, it took nothing to build up the transition shade the way that I like. So now that that's there, I'm going to move into this shade right here, and we're gonna put that right over that first crease color. We're just going to gradually build up color on this eye. I'm curious to know, do you guys, any of you out there celebrate the Day of the Dead? I mean, I personally don't. I definitely see the cultural value behind it, and I do appreciate the culture behind it. So I figured, you know, since COVID is running rampant out here in these streets, I figured Halloween might be canceled, but Day of the Dead, they can't cancel that. So I figured, why not go ahead and put together a look. Fun fact about the Day of the Dead, a lot of people think that it's synonymous with Halloween, and it's really not. Dia de los Muertos is celebrated actually on November 2nd versus October 31st. And a lot of communities that celebrate the Day of the Dead, they also celebrate Halloween. So, you know, you can have your cake and eat it too. Now, next what I'm gonna do is dip into the red color, which is called Red Kiss. Just putting that Red Kiss shade all up in my crease. And really like packing on the shadow and then blending it out, because I want that red to be really, really intense. As you can see on this eye, you can kind of see the red peeking through. So we really wanna go in with this deeper color here. That way, once we cut the crease, because we're gonna be a little extra today, we're cutting creases. I want it to be able to show up once I cut that crease though. And not being afraid to kind of take it above the crease, so that way once we do cut, that red is still peeking through. Boom, boom. And now I'm gonna take that same brush that I used to put that first transition shade down, just to buff out any harsh edges. I'm also making sure that I bring the shadows closer in this region near my nose, because I'm really trying to change my face shape. Not dramatically, but you know. With a look like this, you definitely have free range to just go ahead and dive in and play with your makeup. I love playing in makeup, and I haven't done it in a while, so this look, I'm going all the way in, as you can see. Next, I'm gonna move on to cutting my crease. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer, place that down on my eye. And I'm using a flat brush for this. A flat brush is really going to get your line as crisp as possible. So I'm looking down, because I don't want to get any creases. I'm gonna dip into that shade Dandelion, which is that yellow shade, and I'm going to pat that right on top of the area where we cut our crease. And the reason why I cut the crease before I put this shade down, this yellow color is because you see how much this color really pops on top of that lighter color. Yeah, that's the idea behind that. Now the only reason why the color looks more orange than it does yellow like in the pan is because we are playing with reds and pinks. So naturally in color theory, red and yellow are going to make orange. Now what I'm gonna do is get started on this bottom lash line. So I'm gonna dip into Pink Dolly, which is this shade right here. And what I'm doing here is I'm applying the color into the fold area right here. I personally love doing that. Me having such defined creases in my under eye area, it kind of just, for one, makes the color stand out more and appear more smoky depending on the look. And for two, I find that it makes my eye look last longer because I'm not having to worry about color running into those little flappy folds, as I call them. Okay, so now that I've got that pink there, kind of like where that's going, next I'm gonna take some more of that red shade, that Red Kiss, and just put it on the end. That way it can kind of merge into the upper lid a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to add the rhinestones. This is the best part. I don't know where my clear glue is, so we just gonna use black and pretend like you don't see it. I definitely would recommend using clear glue for this though. Wait a minute. I forgot, before we do that, we gotta add the little inner corner highlight. Oh my gosh, shame on me. So I'm gonna dip into Gold Honey, which is the literally only shimmer shade in this palette, and just put that right in the inner corner. Boom. Okay, now we can put on the gems. I'm gonna kind of look up so that way I don't get lash glue on my lashes. And the first one I want to put is like right here. Let's add the gem, press it in. Okay, and I'm gonna speed through this part just because, you know, it's kind of redundant. Okay, you guys, so I just went ahead and popped on a bottom lash, just one. You know, it actually is the little small piece that I cut off the lash strips, and I just placed them down on the bottom just to give me a little bit more drama, you know, because like I said earlier, playing in makeup is something that I haven't done in a really long time, so I'm going all out today, period. Pooh. And do you guys see how I got this gray pony going? Okay, silver pony, yes. I'm gonna do my lips first. I think that would be smart. I'm gonna take a black liquid lipstick, and this one is by NYX, the liquid suede in the shade Alien. I'm gonna do like a two-tone colored lip here. So I'm using this brush because I want to create a gradient effect. That way it's not such a harsh transition from pink to black. That's really cute. It's time to add some stickers to the face. And I am choosing to use stickers because, honey, I was just an average student in art class. So this is the lazy girl way, okay? We are really celebrating the dead here, creating this skull look. Since we're celebrating life, not death, with this look, I definitely want to celebrate my grandmother. She's somebody who was very influential in my life. My grandmother was like my best friend. Rest in peace to her. So I'm gonna dedicate this look to her, just simply because I know she would be proud of me for where I am in life right now. A lot of people think because Dia de los Muertos translates to Day of the Dead, that it's a celebration of death, and it's not. It's actually a celebration of life. Even though they've since passed over, you're still honoring them. I wish I could play music because oftentimes in celebrations they play like music, fun, just like really good energy, good vibe. But unfortunately, due to copyright, we can't play no music here on YouTube. And y'all don't want me to sing, okay? Because child, she cannot at all. I can't hold nobody's tune. There's a thing called the ofrenda, And the ofrenda is basically a parting gift to give to loved ones on their journey in the afterlife. Since I said to you guys that I'm dedicating this video to my grandmother who has passed away, this is my ofrenda to her. I'm really trying to make sure I get this symmetrical, y'all. I think that looks even. Does that look even, you guys? It looks even to me. So I was reading something, you guys. Let me just read you my note straight off of my phone, okay? Because I thought that since we're speaking about the ofrenda, that this would be kind of a cool thing to tell you guys so that you can, you know a little bit more about this day. It says, every ofrenda also includes the 4 elements: water, wind, earth, and fire. Water is left in the pitcher so the spirits can quench their thirst. Papel picado, or traditional paper banners, represent the wind. Earth is represented by food, especially bread. Candles are often lit in the form of a cross to represent the cardinal direction so the spirit can always find their way. I'm sure you're like, well,
what the heck does a sugar skull have to do with anything?
Sugar skulls or toys will be placed on the altars or the tombstones, of children, because they're a lot more whimsical and they don't necessarily look as morbid as like a regular skull would. And that's oftentimes why you see like a lot of bright colors, because it's for children. And although my videos aren't necessarily meant for children, so to speak, I thought that because we are speaking about the Day of the Dead, it would be just a lot more fitting to do a traditional sugar skull look. These flowers, I think they're called marigold flowers. You'll see these pop up a lot in Day of the Dead celebration. Because of these flowers' vibrant colors, people will often leave trail of petals from the burial site to their home, so that way the spirits will have a guide to, lead them back to their loved ones. And I think that's really cool. And I'm gonna place this last sticker right dead in the middle, child. That is going to complete this look. Oh my gosh, and I totally almost forgot about the most extravagant piece of all. I got this veil. Y'all see me out here putting in work? Yes, child. Low-key looking like a Black Widow out here. These things is coming up, child, but but it is what it is at this point. What y'all think about it? Let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you found this video informative, helpful in any way, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, all right? Click the notification bell so that you can be notified of my future uploads. Sometimes YouTube be tripping though, so if they don't alert you, just know that I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? And yeah, you guys, I hope to see you in my next one.